Hi everyone! It's time to put our hat on. It's nice outside. It's 60 degrees. There's a lot of things that need to be cleaned up. So start one by one and then we'll get it done. So I'm going to show you where I'm going to start, okay? We're going to work on this Vicks plant and then we move on to Mother of Thousands Variegated. We're also going to talk about, Succulent Care, what I do with them, and how I water, all those fun stuff. We're going to repot into this pot my aloe. She has grown so big already, and it's time to be cutting those babies and repotting the aloe variegated into a one nice pot. Okay, we're going to start from there. We're going to start by cutting this head. Every time I have to cut or chop the head of a plant when it's so beautiful like this, I need to come to an agreement to myself that sometimes I need to chop the head off so they can grow more and they can be healthy. That's the only way I have to think, because other than that, I would not be able to behead this aloe. But as you can see, they are already crumped up in this little space with the Madagascar. Madagascar grows so big too, so I have to pick between the aloe and the Madagascar. The Madagascar palm is harder to take, so I'm just going to trim this aloe, chop this head off, and then replant them. And then I'm going to take some of the babies out and dry them first. Aloes are very easy to care. They want bright, indirect sun. They also want dry soil before you replant the babies in. And of course, you have to make sure that your scissors are clean before you cut them. So I'm finally able to cut this piece. Now we have to clean the remaining leaves. Make sure there's enough stem to grow a little bit, and then we're gonna take some of the babies out of this bottom part. Now it's time to clean the pot that we're going to reuse. I'm going to reuse another pot, but I need to make another hole for that pot. This pot right here is overwatered because this plant, I've had this plant this is one of my first plants, my succulents. I've had this for a long time, 5 years probably. And the hole, they're all root bound already. So the hole is already covered and they're not draining. I have to clean it all out, but I don't want to just throw whatever is in here because I have sticks on fire, aeonium, and there's babies in aeonium. I also have a wandering Jew. There's a bunch of succulents that I put in here, and they were beautiful at one time. I am going to replace the soil with a well-draining soil and then put the aloe head on top, put some rocks, and we're done. Now let's move on to Mother of Millions Variegated. She's also known as Mother of Thousands. And you know why? Because on its little leaves, there's little nodes on the leaves and they create little plantlets. That's why they call them. But what I've noticed in my variegated one, they don't give you plantlets. They don't give you a lot of plantlets, not the regular Mother of Million plants. I have those growing like weeds in my yard. I'm actually pulling them out. But on this one, I like her because she doesn't give you a bunch of plantlets. But if she does, it would be pretty because they come out as a white plant. Each plantlet grows roots. That makes them easy to propagate. I have her for like about 2-3 years. And I have to be honest, I just left her alone most of the time and water them once a week, but she is in the best spot, an indirect sunlight. I had her in my front yard before, but she was really having a hard time growing. She does not like a full sun. I also water her occasionally or once a week every summer. Every Saturday I water all my succulent in the summer. But in the winter, I don't water them, especially this winter is a little bit unusual. It's been really, really raining a lot. So I did not water them since I think November, December. It started raining almost like every week, twice a week. And I have not watered them. So as you can see, I started cutting them and try to cut them straight, so when you push it into the soil, they're straight. Like this one, it's bent, so I have to recut and then push it back in until they're straight. Like I said, I just replanted this like about a year, or I think a year or two, and I know the soil still drains well, so I just cut them and stick them well so they look fuller. That's the most important thing that you need to remember when you're repotting or when you're just rearranging. Don't take them all apart and then regrow them. I usually just cut them right where above the nodes, or right where there's a lot of leaves, new growth, and then I take the big leaves out, make a hole onto the soil, and stick them in. Like that, and see, that's how you do it. But this other one here is not standing up, so I probably need to cut more. And you just have to keep doing that with the other plants. The one that's overgrown and tall, you just have to keep on replanting them until they get fuller, and they're gonna look pretty once you're done with it. I'm going to fast forward this so you can see how I'm doing the whole process, and then we're moving on to our Vicks plant. At the end of this video, I will show you all the arrangement that I did. Now let's move on to our Vicks plant. Vicks plant is also known as succulent coleus, Cuban oregano, or Plectranthus tomentosa. It is in a mint family member with thin leaves. It's famous for its minty and camphor fragrance from its leaves. So what I'm doing with this is I'm just entangling everything. They're all tangled together. I'm cutting it piece by piece and entangling so I don't cut any stem. This is my preliminary result, and if I like this, I'll keep it like this, or I might cut some of the stem because as you can see, they're very leggy, but it's sign of age. So I'm thinking of not cutting them, and we'll see. Let me know what you think. Now it's time to show you the arrangement that I did with the Mother of Thousands. I made her look fuller, and that I like her like that, so I'm gonna keep her like that. This Vicks plant, I'm gonna let it stay for now, and then we'll see what I'm gonna do after. In the cuttings that I have, I am going to put them in different pots and put them in different parts of my succulent garden, so when you pass through it, you can actually smell the camphor fragrance of this Vicks plant. This is how I arrange my variegated aloe in this blue pot. I think she looks pretty, and I added some string of pearls so she doesn't look like she's lonely by herself, but she does stand out just like that. I hope you get value and you learned something. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get alert for more videos. Bye now.